Hello, good evening. I want to take a minute to welcome you to the Provider Appreciation event. My name is Elsa Olguin. I am the President and CEO of the Denver Preschool Program, and it is an honor to host you tonight. The Provider Appreciation event is really one of the highlights of the year for all the work that we do at the Denver Preschool Program. It is an opportunity for us to thank the teachers, the directors, and the staff members of our tireless community that work hard every day and are the cornerstone of the work that we do in early education to ensure that families and children can access affordable and high quality preschool. You are the ones that people don't get to see. We get all the thanks for everything that the Denver Preschool Program does, but you're the ones who are doing the hard work day after day after day. So it is an honor for us to have you here tonight. We want to honor the teachers that inspire and nurture our youngest learners and foster that spark of curiosity that solidifies a foundation for learning, growing, succeeding, and it is not often enough that we get an opportunity to thank you. Many of you in the room, and it's been especially true tonight, help to bring the vision to life and help to support, fund, and increase access to quality preschool in our community. So on behalf of all the families and students who have benefited along the way, 65,000 children, we want to say thank you. At the Denver Preschool Program, our work expanded this year as we took on the role of the local coordinating organization, yay, Lisa, for Denver in support of the Universal Preschool Program. We are proud to be a trusted ally for the providers and the families, and we'll continue to share information as we prepare for the second year of UPK. So remember, a year ago, we were welcoming Dr. Lisa Roy at this event as she was joining the Colorado Department of Early Childhood, and here we are. We survived year one. As many of you know, DPP shares a similar vision of ensuring that every child in Denver enters kindergarten ready to reach their full potential, which fuels us to do this work each and every day. And since our inception, we have provided $170 million in tuition credit, more than $25.2 million in quality improvement funding, and have served, 68,000 students as of this year. At this time, I'd like to recognize our staff and ask them to give a wave so you know who they are. Ellen, who many of you know because she's signing all those checks. Chris, over there. Crystal. Nayeli. Now, Nayeli is the one who actually works with the providers. So when I come to this event, people say, hi, Elsa. And the next question that they ask me is, where's Nayeli? So Nayeli is really the star of the show. Carly. Who not only is a staff member at DPP, but she's the one who helps organize these amazing events and takes amazing good care of us. Our new staff member, Diana. And Irene. And now I would like to take a minute to introduce a DPP board member and someone who shares our desire and commitment to maximize equitable and sustainable assets, such as preschools, within our neighborhoods. Please join me in welcoming an amazing early childhood education advocate and former president and CEO of the Bea Foundation, no longer Temple Hoyne, of the Bea Foundation, Susan Steele. She will introduce the 2023 Legacy Award.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the kind introduction. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to be here among the people that actually do the work, the directors, the teachers, the rest of the teams at the centers, and the early childhood and community advocates that think of kids and families and their best interests every single day. It's wonderful to be in a warm environment with all of those people. So thank you very much. Among those who are champions every single day are members of the DPP board, both past and present. So we would really like for all current and former board members to give a wave and be recognized for your excellent work. Hands up. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. As many of you may remember, last year DPP celebrated the accomplishments of two outstanding individuals in the early childhood community, Jerry Grimes and Dr. Rebecca Cantor, with the inaugural DPP Legacy Award. The award was established to honor individuals who have demonstrated a long-standing commitment to elevating excellence and equitable early childhood education. Certainly, these two women were excellent examples of that particular quality. We want to thank them again. And this year, we have the opportunity and pleasure to continue celebrating quite an icon. One of the longtime advocates in this space, to say it mildly, and strong advocates in this space. If you've ever been thumped, you know who I'm talking about, right? She is currently recognized as the President Emeritus of Mile High Early Learning Centers. I'd like to invite former DPP member and City Councilwoman for District 11, Stacy Gilmore, to read a special proclamation provided by Denver Mayor Michael Johnston, who unfortunately could not be with us himself this evening. Stacy.
Well, good evening, everybody. We've got to do that again. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I learned that from Happy, so no. Well, I want to thank Elsa and Susan for all of their great work and want to recognize the staff and the current board of Denver Preschool program. The work that you do is truly life-changing. It supports our youngest members of our community, but also supports their families in making sure that they're doing the best for their children so that they're set up for success. And before I read the proclamation, I want to say that one, we have an icon and a legend, and everybody is talking about women power. We've got Beyonce out there on her tour, or she wrapped it up. We've got Taylor Swift out there. I have to say, we've got the OG right here with us. She raised strong women. She kept her family involved in politics and community, and that shared background, we can really see that in the work that you've done in the community, Anna Jo. And I remember way back when getting to know your family a little bit more, those Trinidad and Southwest Colorado and Northern New Mexico connections are so important, because if we really recognize how the United States came to be and how New Mexico became part of the United States, we're all here today because women in our families took care of others' children, family members who passed away and died. They took care of them and they did that work. And you're continuing on that work, Anna Jo. And I am so honored and humbled to be here to read this proclamation on behalf of the administration for you today. And so without further ado, whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes is a Denver native, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, an incredible pillar of the Northeast Denver community. And whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes founded and serves as President Emeritus of Mile High Montessori Early Learning Centers in Denver, the city's oldest and largest provider of quality early childhood care and education, serving low-income children and families. And whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes co-founded the Colorado Children's Campaign, a nonprofit, nonpartisan, data-driven child advocacy organization that has been the voice of children in Colorado for 30 years. And whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes has been a driving force in many state and city initiatives, including the founding of the Denver Preschool program, which provides tuition credits to make high-quality preschool possible for every 4-year-old in Denver. And whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes has been a trusted advisor to every Colorado governor and Denver mayor since the 1980s on education and childcare matters, has served on multiple mayors and governors' transition teams, and served as co-chair of the Early Childhood Leadership Commission. And whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes has made a difference at the national level as a consultant to the White House Conference on Children and Youth. Whereas Anna Jo Garcia Haynes is the 2023 recipient of the Legacy Award presented by the Denver Preschool Program for outstanding leadership in early childhood education. Now, therefore, I, Michael Johnston, Mayor of the City and County of Denver, Colorado, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby officially proclaim November 1st, 2023 to be known as Anna Jo Garcia Haynes Day. And that is in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the official seal of the City and County of Denver to be affixed this first day of November, 2023. Michael Johnston, Mayor. Anna Jo, we are so honored to be in your presence and to still be learning from you and seeing how you operate in very difficult spaces sometimes. And I have to say, I've never seen you back down. I've never seen you take less, and you've never burnt a bridge. You always do it in a way that you can come back together and work another day. And that is a true testament to your iconness, your diva-ness, your OG-ness, I have to say. That is something that I will always take away and that you've modeled for so many others in our community. And so we love you. Thank you so much for everything that you do, Anna Jo. And we can't wait to see the additional lessons that you have to teach us. And so thank you very much. And on behalf of Mayor Mike Johnston and the administration, we're so happy to celebrate Anna Jo Garcia Day in the City and County of Denver.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Gilmore, for the not only the proclamation, which I think really says it all about Anna Jo. That's quite a spread of things she's done from the earliest days to the national level and continues to do every day, I think, in her advocacy. And thank you to the mayor for making this happen for Anna Jo. We appreciate it. Again, I think Councilwoman Gilmore and the proclamation really outlined many of the wonderful attributes and many of the wonderful contributions from Anna Jo. But I think as a mentor and a friend, all of us in the audience would also put that down there as someone challenging us all the time to be better and to do better. And, you know, I really don't think quite that way, which is something I've heard a few times in my career with Anna Jo. But we appreciate that candor and directness and demanding of excellence. I think that's how you put that. And I think everyone that's had the pleasure of working with you knows that's true. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. So we also have this award, and I'm not sure if maybe you should walk back up here one more time and let me get the award.
Let me say something.
Please say something.
These two things are just, they're just incredible. A day? Wow, I could do a lot with a day. Be careful. And this is just, you know me too well. I just have to say something really important. And I promise it'll just be a minute, okay? I've received lots of awards, and people have said, you know, I've been the leader and so forth. And I think you can see some of the films tonight of Bea Romer and me. And I have to say something, and Bea has just left us recently. And I would not be in this position today without Bea. It was Bea who said, Anna Jo, will you help me help put Head Start together? Her husband had been asked to do that as a senator and turned around to the person who knew it the best, which was Bea. She was way ahead of her time. And she's been our guidepost throughout. And so it was totally my pleasure forever to have her as a friend and as a teacher and somebody who cared so deeply about our children. So I wouldn't want the night to go by without paying homage to her. Thank you.
Anna Jo set the stage, but we wanted to take a minute to honor Bea Romer here as well. You all know that she served as First Lady for the state of Colorado from 1987 to 1999. And just as described by Anna Jo, fueled by passion and her political savvy, she laid the groundwork for impactful programs that made preschool widely available, particularly for at-risk youth. She was a driving force behind the legislation that translated into the Colorado Preschool, which we know is the forerunner to our universal preschool program now. So way back then, this woman, I'm sure, were instrumental in making that happen in a time where it wasn't happening very often around the United States. I think we were pioneers in that regard. And we know that that Bea also co-founded numerous preschools in Denver in the mid-'60s, including Montview Community Preschool and Kindergarten, and also Stanley's British Primary School and the Stanley Teacher Preparation Program. She also was instrumental in Head Start, as you already mentioned. So we wanted to make sure that that was not a voice or a person that's forgotten. Her voice lives on, and her family, her granddaughter, actively involved in the Beehive down in Denver with on-site childcare for business, which is an amazing place as well. So I think that we stand in the shadow of giants. Thank you all very much. And now I think it's time for Chris Miller to have some fun stuff to give away. Chris?
Great. Thank you so much, Susan and Dr. Haynes. We do have some fun giveaways for you tonight, thanks to our friends at Lakeshore Learning and our longstanding partners, the Denver Museum of Nature and Science and the Children's Museum of Denver at Marsico campus. So first we have 2 drawings, and then we have some giveaway bags that all attendees will receive. So these were selected at random based on who's here about 30 minutes ago. So the first one is Lakeshore $100 gift card for Teresa Way. The second one is Children's Museum of Denver at Marsico Campus annual family membership. And that is going to Ernestine Woodbury. Great. Then in addition, as you leave this evening, everyone will receive a gift bag with some goodies from Lakeshore Learning, as well as tickets to a visit the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and a buy one, get one ticket to visit the Children's Museum of Denver at Marsico Campus. And just to everyone here, thank you so much to all the providers, teachers, directors, you and your teams. We know you're representing a lot of people that aren't here, and just please pass on our appreciation and thanks. You all are doing the great, amazing work day in, day out to make a true difference to children and families here in Denver, and we just can't thank you enough. With that, I'll bring Elsa back up here for some closing remarks.
Everybody's taller than me. Thank you, Chris. I also want to acknowledge and thank our Legacy Award winner and her family. I know Anna Jo for many, many years. Back, I think I was 22 when I met you, Anna Jo. That's how long I have known you at the Women's Foundation. And I stand here today because she laid the foundation for this work and paved the way for many of us who work in early education. It is my pleasure to continue working alongside her and continue building on her vision. And she really is working. We were at a meeting together this morning, so it's like she doesn't stop looking at the budget for early childhood at the state level. I'd like to invite Anna Jo and her family to join us for a photo here on stage at the conclusion of the program. In addition, I want to thank Rocky Mountain Public Media for hosting us this evening for this beautiful building. There were a couple of people that asked me, this was my office. And I thought, oh, I so wish. It's such an amazing space, but you make us look good. You make us go. The Buell Public Media Center is incredible. It is the home of PBS, which has introduced many of us to familiar early childhood favorites for whom you were taking pictures with, like Cookie Monster and Big Bird. If you're interested in seeing the facility, some staff members are here, and we'll conduct another tour in just a few minutes. Lastly, I want to acknowledge and thank all of our providers. You are the heartbeat of our work. Our families look to you as resources as well as partners as they navigate their child's educational journey and social emotional care. We are grateful for all that you do. Thank you. I want to take just one more second, if you will let me. Chris Romer has just joined us, and Chris, thank you. I want to thank you in advance for saying thank you for joining us tonight. I know that it was a lot of that you had going on this evening. We just spent some time honoring your mother, and Anna Jo telling us the incredible work that she has done in early childhood, and how visionary she was. I know she continues to be so proud of the work that we're doing in early childhood, but I know that she saw what we're implementing now 30 years ago. She was way ahead of the time, and we are so lucky that we have been part of your family and part of your mother's life. Thank you for joining us today.